The Haunted Mask Chapter 5. Get off me! Get off me! Marnie, I mean it, I shout. The little red-headed pest hung onto my back, like laughing and digging her pudgy fingers into my neck. Why did you think I was some kind of thriller? Get off! This is my good sweater, I cried. If you wreck it... She laughed even harder. It rained all night and all morning, but the clouds had parted at lunchtime. Now the sky was blue and clear. I had no choice. I had to practice soccer for the Hogs. Across the playground, I saw Duck Benton fighting with Andrew Foster. Andrew picked up the soccer ball and heaved it with all his might into Duck's stomach. Duck's mouth shot open. He let out a whoosh of breath, and a huge wad of chewing bubblegum went flying into the air. Get off me, I pleaded with Marnie. I tried to spinning and twirling as fast as I could, trying to throw her off my back. I knew if anything happened to this sweater, Mom would have a fit. And you might ask why I was wearing my best blue wool sweater to soccer practice. Good question. The answer is it was class photo day, and Mom wanted me to take a good picture to send to all my aunts and uncles. She made me wear the sweater, and she made me shampoo my hair before school and not wear my Orlando Magic cap over it, so I looked like a jerk all day. And now here was soccer practice, and I had forgotten to bring a sweatshirt or something to replace my good sweater. Whoa! Marnie gave me a final kick in the side, and she hopped off. I pulled down my sweater, hoping it wasn't stressed too badly. I heard angry shouts and glanced up to find Andrew and Duck was winging their fists at each other and headbutting across the field. I reached my whistle and grabbed it. Marina swiped it. She held it above her head and ran laughing over the grass. Hey you! I screamed, chasing her over the sing after little feet. I took 3 steps and my sneakers slid in mud. My feet flew out from under me with a angry cry. I fell forward and I landed on my stomach in deep wet mud. No! I let out a howl. I cried, no, please, no! But when I pulled myself up, the mud it came with me. My entire body was reeked in thick, wet, dark mud. My blue sweater, it was now a dark, an ugly brown sweater. With a sag groan, I sank back onto the ground. I just wanted to disappear, to sink from sight from the big mud hole. My faithful team, the horrible Hogs, were laughing and hooting. They thought it was a riot. Nice kids, huh? At least my mud drive had stopped Andrew and provided the mud could weigh me down as I climbed slowly to my feet. I liked Andrew. I felt as if I weighed 1,000 pounds. Maybe I did. I wiped the mud off my eyes with both hands, and I saw Chuck standing over me. He hissed a few times. You look really bad, man. And tell me something I don't know, I muttered. Why did you do that? He asked. I squinted through 2 inches of mud at him. Excuse me, you look like Mud Monster or something. And Chuck snickered. I grinned glumly. You told me to meet you here, Steve. If you said we were going straight to that party store to buy the you-know-what. He glanced back at my team of first graders. They weren't listening to our conversation. They were too busy playing mud balls at each other. I scooped up my hand along the front of my sweater and scraped off about 10 pounds of glob. I think I better go home after practice and get changed first, I told Chuck. Talk about your long afternoons. I had to break up the mud ball fight. Then I had to hand over all my little angels to their parents and babysitters. Then I had to explain to their angry parents and babysitters why they had practiced mud ball instead of fighting instead of soccer. I crept home. Chuck waited for me outside. I hid my caked clothes in the back of my closet. I didn't have time to explain to my mom. Then I changed into a clear pair of jeans and a gray and red Georgetown Hoist sweatshirt one of my uncles had sent me. I don't know anything about the Hoisters. I don't even know what a Hoist it is, but it's a cool sweatshirt. I pulled my cap down and my drenched hair. Then I heard a Chuck. Steve, is that you? Mom called from the den. No, it isn't. I called back. I closed the front door behind me and ran down the driveway before she could stop me from going out again. I was really eager to find the party store and check out the weird house. So eager, I forgot to bring any money. Chuck and I walked 2 blocks before I reached into my jeans and realized it was empty pocket and realized it was empty. We jogged back to my house and I crept once again. This just isn't my day, I muttered to myself, but I knew that buying a really gross and frightening mask would instantly cheer me up. Then I could go ahead with my plan to terrify the hogs, to get my revenge with a powerful word. When I'm older and I have my own car, that's what I want my license to say on my license plate. I pulled all my allowance money out of my dresser drawer. When I hid it, I counted it quickly, about $25. Then I jammed the bills into my jean pack and hurried downstairs. Steve, are you going out again? Mom called from the den. Be right back, I shouted. I slammed the front door and ran down the driveway to meet Chuck. Our sneakers slid over fat white leaves as we walked. A pale moon and hung over low from the trees. The streets and sidewalks still glistened from all the rain. Chuck had his hands stuffed into the pockets of his hooded sweatshirt. He leaned into the wind as we walked. I'm going to be late for dinner, he groaned. Well, I'm going to get in major trouble. It'll be worth it, I told him, feeling a little more cheerful. We crossed the street that led to the party store. A small grocery store stood on the corner. Their small shops came to view. I can't wait to see these masks, I explained. If I find one just as half as scary as Clyde Best, there it stood in the darkness above a small square store. I could make out the sign, the party place. Let's check it out, I cried. I leaped over a fire hydrant, flew over the sidewalk up to the big front window and peered into the glass. The end.